written in voice, a voice resting close to the heart, and perhaps, just perhaps, a single word might spark a little light. Welcome to Written in Voice. Today, I'm laying down my arms. I often wake up with heavy bursts of tachycardia. Not because I've been running, not because I'm afraid, but simply because I exist. I haven't even finished my breakfast when something already demands to be solved. Emails, phone calls, a quiet tension humming underneath. Something to fix, something to anticipate, something to prove. How many years have I spent pretending to cope, to manage, to hold it all together, as if living on the edge were noble, as if breaking down were shameful. But today, I chose something else. I wrote a letter. It's not addressed to anyone. It's a letter of rupture, a quiet declaration. And here it is. Letter of rupture to the inner war. To whom it may concern, and to everything that keeps me surviving instead of living, I lay down my arms. I step down from the post of full-time emergency warrior, chief of invisible resistance, insomniac guardian of emotional, physical, financial, familial survival. I release the belief that everything rests on my shoulders, that if I fall, the world will fall with me, that I must be fast, flawless, useful, strong, brilliant, irreplaceable, as if my right to exist depended on it. I release the alarms, the looping thoughts, the tension in my jaw and all through my body, the heart that races without reason. I release the nights spent preparing for the unpredictable, the contracts signed in fear, declined in shame. I release the idea that my body must keep obeying while it's been screaming for years. I have given so much. I have given more than I could bear. I have carried, translated, resisted, repaired, absorbed, endured. And now, I choose another path. Not the path of escape, not the path of surrender, but the path of peace, of deep stillness, of the right to breathe without running, to exist without justifying it. I grant myself the right to be tired, to be slow, clumsy, fragile, unfinished, and also the right to create, to succeed, to exist, to live my life. I owe nothing more to the war. It no longer defines me. I am not God. I am not the savior of the world. I belong to myself. signed this day by me, for me. And this time I sign softly. This may sound simple, but for me, it's immense. It takes strength I don't always have, and yet it speaks my truth. Because when urgency becomes your air, when your nervous system becomes a battlefield, you end up living a pre-cooked life. Sterile, predictable, flavorless. You don't digest emotions, you freeze them. You don't think, you react. You don't live, you manage. It becomes mental junk food, silent but chronic. Too much input, not enough presence. Too many tasks, not enough meaning. As to me, I want something else. When I was younger, I had a hero, a quiet one, Grasshopper, the little monk from Kung Fu, played by David Carradine. No, I'm not a Buddhist. And yes, it's fictional. But sometimes, even fiction carries truth. And this one, I want to make it mine. His stillness, his precision, his inner peace. Every movement was deliberate. Every silence held weight. He never rushed, and yet he was never weak. He didn't live in reaction. He lived in presence. And that's where I want to go. That's where I'm heading. Not to fight, but to be fully here. To make peace with my own rhythm. To stop serving urgency as if it were a virtue. Because beneath this inner war lives something even older. The fear of loss. The awareness that anything can fall apart. That's why I jump at every message. That's why I anticipate disaster. I want to protect what I love. And yes, that is human. But living as though everything is about to collapse is a collapse in itself. So today, I sit as bare truth. No one here gets out alive. And yes, this is a quote by Jim Morrison. And it changes everything. Because if everything passes, if everything fades, if everything ends, then why tighten my grip? Why watch over every second, guard every plan, carry every weight? Why live halfway if the ending is already written? I will no longer be the soldier of my anxiety. I will no longer serve fear. I want a life where each act is chosen, each word placed, each silence honored. I lay down my arms and I reach for another version of myself, softer, slower, more alive.